Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. I am your host, Smooth Operative, and you are watching Time Capsule. It is the show where we travel back in time to your favorite years in gaming and showcase awesome speedruns of games released in the same year. Tonight, we've got the year 2002 rolling back in like a breeze with speedruns of Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and later Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, which might be a new one for some of you, I don't know. But before we begin, I do want to tell you all that GDQ 2025 will be live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 5th through the 12th, and registration and hotel booking for the event are now open. You can visit gamesdonequick.com and check the GDQ 2025 important dates section to learn more about that. And keep in mind, runner and volunteer submissions are open only until this Sunday, October 6th. So get those submissions in if you want to. But let's start the show. I'm excited. Here to show us what it's like to be a Jedi Outcast, please welcome our first runner tonight, Alnak. Hello.
Hello. Thank you, Debbie. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys have been a great Wednesday. My name is Alnak. I'm a runner from several Star Wars games, and today I'm going to bring you this game, Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. A really loved game, one of my favorite Star Wars games of all time, and we're going to show the experience of any percent normal. So a little bit of context, this is the fourth game of what is called the Jedi Knight / Dark Forces or Calcatran series, which started in the 90s. It was originally a run-of-the-mill FPS shooter, but as the games came out, as the other titles came out, it became more so his own identity, and they introduced several Star Wars elements, such as lightsaber combat and force powers. So that's going to be very present in this run. This game is really broken. I hope you guys enjoy your run. This is going to be a very laid-back run, explaining all this stuff, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So we're going to start right from the get-go. Time starts when we take control of our character, and we can start breaking the game right away. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a countdown.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
All right, so we start right from the get-go with a skip, like literally around this corner, when we grab a little bit of momentum here, and we can just make it to this part here. Let's try this again. There we go. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build a bit of momentum. You can just make it to the little ledge that's around there. And that's actually a major skip that you can do in this run. Where it really skips a bunch of like skip sections in the game. So you land over here, and we can land in this window that very conveniently it doesn't have any glass in it, but you can just skip this and go right to the end of the level. And one thing about this level is that you are supposed to go around the map and find a few codes in order to unlock the final area, but luckily for us, if we know the code, we can just put it like right away and we can just finish the level. So we skip like a good chunk of the level. Usually people who play this game take like 45 minutes or so to like finish this level, but
Oh, wow.
if you know the codes, like you can just finish this like this. And we're right done with the very first level of the run. So, in this game, as you can tell, because my cat is like grunting a lot, I'm doing a lot of jumping animations. That is called straight jumping, which also is known as bunny hopping in other games, like Jedi, like for example, Half-Life or Quake and the like. And pretty much by doing these jumps, you can allow it to build up some momentum and go faster and move way faster than moving straight ahead. And we're gonna use it a lot in this run in order to go fast. And the only kicker though is that it's way harder to control my character. So if I run into any wall or any enemies, I lose all that momentum and I have to build it up all again. So that's when we're doing a lot in this game. Is the thing about this run in particular is that it's very close areas, like very tight corridors, which makes this run a little bit difficult in order to optimize, because it's very easy for you to run into a wall and lose all your momentum. So here we're gonna grab a little droid, and we need to move around here so we can open this door. And we can walk past it without getting poisoned.
Let's see what this little guy can do.
And now we are in the end of this level. So these levels are huge, but if you know where to go, it's like you can finish it like really quickly. All right, so now you are into another major skip in this run, which again by using strafe jumping. So first off, I'm gonna a little bit over here in order to grab this gun, the bowcaster, which is it's one of the best guns in this game. The only thing though is I need to do this like very quickly because I need to grab a cycle, and that's gonna come up now. So first of all, I'm gonna do a jump like this and trying to make it to this gap, and like this. And that skips like a huge chunk of the level. You're supposed to go behind and trying to get around the area in order to make it to the other side of the canyon there. So the reason why I mentioned that is very important for me to like try to make go here quickly is because it's a little car that's gonna come up here. This one. Nice. And you can catch it. If you miss this card, you need to wait like 20 seconds in the door in order for another one to come. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we get to cruise now. Just like enjoy the ride.
Exactly. So yeah, I guess I can talk a little bit about this game. So we are playing with a character called Kyle Katarn, a very well-beloved character in the Star Wars universe. And in the previous game, which is called Star Wars Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith, Kyle was seduced by the dark side. And let's say it was a very bad experience for him. So after the events of that game, he decided to just altogether quit being a Jedi and distance himself from the Force. So for that reason, right now I'm not a Jedi. I am only using like conventional guns and just movement in order to move faster here. But as the game progresses, we're gonna start like unlocking Force powers, and also I'm gonna get, most importantly, I'm gonna get my lightsaber, which is like one of the best things about this game. This game is like really, this game and also the sequel are really famous because of the lightsaber mechanics that it has.
So Kyle finds his way back to the Force. That's good.
Yes, exactly. So pretty much, he runs into a rogue Jedi. Her partner / girlfriend gets kidnapped, and that forces him to like go back to being a Jedi, so he can save the galaxy. So he gets entangled in this thing with the Luke Skywalker, Jedi's Academy, and the Imperials, because this Imperial warlord who wants to take over the Empire after Palpatine died. So it's pretty much the story of this game. So this game is like really heavy in story. It's like a very long game. I'm not making justice of that because I'm going fast, but yes, the maps are really, really huge, and there's a lot of exploration. And just like in any other old games, they don't tell you where to go. They just put you in the map. Okay, you are now free to explore the map and see where you need to go.
There's no mini-map or anything to help us along the way. You gotta figure it out.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of exploration. So now when we get to the top here, I'm again using straight running and also trying to shoot all the enemies while trying to stab in there. So that's the reason why I grabbed this gun, the Wookiee bowcaster. It is a lot of damage, and also it's very accurate. Much better than other guns in the game, like the Stormtrooper rifle. This game has a very good arsenal of guns. We're gonna see just only a few of them, the most usable ones for the run. So what I'm doing here is that I am quick saving and quick loading. That's the thing that, just like in other PC games, it has. And here we use it to speed up some dialogues that NPCs does. So you listen to a dialogue and then you quickly save and quick load, and it's gonna just speed up that section. It's one of the things that we do in this run in order to go fast. So now this part is kinda tricky. I need to do like a free fall here, and every single time I'm falling here, I'm taking a lot of fall damage. Let's see. Nice. Okay, that was just enough. I need to be at least 96 HP there in order to land there without dying. But I can recover very quickly my health because across the levels I've been picking up backdilings, which are kind of like potions, so to speak. Like they recover a little bit of your HP, and you can carry a maximum of 5 of them at the same time, which are pretty convenient because we're gonna do a lot of taking a lot of fall damage across the run in order to go fast, so yeah, that makes it like really useful. And later on, also I pick up a force power called Force Heal that also is gonna help us to heal up and try to go, so I can just go faster. Actually, now for one of the most boring sections in this run, this level was really long. It's one of my least favorite levels in the run because we had to do a very fun quote-unquote score section. So we got this guy hostage, and we need to ring into another door that's way ahead, and we need to just sit behind him and aim with a gun into his back, and he's gonna start moving. The thing is that if I just look in another direction, he stops moving. So I need to constantly aim to the guy. So it's not even auto scroller. I need to keep paying attention here. Unfortunately,
this is probably the most hilarious escort mission I've ever seen.
yeah.
Hands up, chat.
Yeah. And not only that, because in this hallway there's a bunch of stormtroopers that can actually body block you here. Okay, they're not behaving, so I can show you guys here something. I'm gonna shoot him in the knee, and he's gonna instantly die. That is what we call in the community Skyrim strats, and because the enemies have 3 weak points. Of course, the head, like in any other game, but also you aim to the knees or the kneecaps, so the enemies they also instantly die. So we chose to shooting on the knees in order to. What are you doing? Wow. Okay, there we go.
They want to talk to you.
Yeah, the stormtrooper is really messing up the pathfinding on the officers here. Okay. And we bring it to this console. It's gonna open the door for us. And once this door is open, there's gonna be a bunch of insects, bugs that are gonna come here. I'm gonna use my explosive there to kill most of them. And let's continue. Right. We're almost done with this boring section. There's one little thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I was going to mention that there's one little thing to speed up the section. I'm going to land a mine here behind this enemy, and it's going to boost him forward.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He didn't die.
That's pretty. No, he didn't die. He has enough health to take that damage. Unfortunately, we can only use it once. If I try to do it again, the officer's going to die, and I'm going to fail the mission. So I'm going to try something cool here. I'm going to press a button key here, and that pretty much refreshes our video settings of the game. If I do it in I'll try again. If I do it in the middle of a cutscene, I'm gonna enter that set cutscene, which is gonna allow me here to speed up a little bit of scripted areas, and I'm forced to do in the game, but I don't have to do any of that. So I can take this turret and I can just kill this ATST right away here. Nice. And I can just continue the level. So the first ATST usually shows up way later when I kill a bunch of stormtroopers, but by entering the cutscene I can just kill him right away and can speed up the section. So that strat is very important for the speedrun because there are several times where we enter the cutscene to speed up the scripted sections of the run. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna kill this ATST. And this level's a little bit nerve-wracking a little bit because I left a bunch of prisoners there, like for example there, that if I leave those prisoners, there's a little chance that those are gonna die in the level. So I need to retry this again. I leave some prisoners behind, and if they take too much damage, they can easily get shot down by the stormtroopers. Okay, there we go. So let's try this again. So the reason why happened is because the ATSTs landed some shots in the enemies. Okay, now it's behaving. Nice. So now we can just keep continuing. That happens a little sometimes because the ATST has said they start shooting the enemies, and if the prisoners die, I have to recover the whole level again.
So it's kind of RNG at times. You don't know what to expect
Yeah.
when you get here.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm going across this area. There is several enemies who want to start shooting me here. And I'm gonna get inside this area. So this is gonna be a little bit louder because there's like 20 enemies like shooting me in the back, but it should be fine. And now I can just progress through this level. I'm gonna have some safety health here because it's gonna be very important for the coming levels. And now I have to go back up and try to finish the level. There's a few turrets that are shooting in the sky though. I went here to like deactivate the shields that are protecting them. And now I can just go back here and grab and try to destroy them. I'm gonna let this rocket strike and shoot the turret here so I don't take any splash damage. And now I can finish the level. So now here is where I'm introduced to the Rogue Jedi, who I mentioned is the main antagonist of this game. And the thing is that we had to face him, but as I said before, we are not a Jedi yet. So you can imagine how this fight is gonna go. This is a scripted boss fight where you're supposed to lose. So I try to show him, he's gonna deflect my shots and I'm just gonna die. And that's it. You cannot be the guy. Yeah.
Unfair match.
Yeah. I took a beating there. So because of that, Kyle is gonna go to the Academy of Luke Skywalker to try to relearn the ways of the Jedi and trying to get his lightsaber back and also rediscover his Force powers.
Yes, back to school for Kyle.
Exactly. It's kind of like a speedrunning, like derusting, so to speak. Like Kyle's derusting now too.
He's just derusting his own run. I like that.
Exactly. So I'm gonna get here again inside a cutscene. This is to speed up this section where you're supposed to talk with Luke. Oh, the game just crashed. Wow. Let's open this again.
Yeah, no worries. These things happen.
Yeah. And now we're gonna enter this cutscene. So I'm gonna enter the cutscene here, and I can just progress with the next area of the game. So by doing that, I can just make it to this part very quickly, and also I can just open the store's open and go to the next area, which is like the biggest tutorial in the run, and also one of the first major escape in the run. That's gonna allow me to finish this level like way faster. So we're gonna get into the big tutorial section of the run, and where I'm going to unlock several force powers, starting off with Force Push. So in this part, in each of these rooms, I'm gonna unlock one force power, and after that, I need to solve a puzzle using said force power. The first one is Force Push, a very useful force power that's gonna allow me to do push enemies. And also I'm gonna here I unlock a Force Pull, which is another force power, and it's gonna allow me to like clear this area. And now we're gonna head toward the skip. So there's another sections now where I'm gonna see my lightsaber that's in a pillar. You're supposed to like grab it like way later, but I'm gonna grab it like right now. And also the set pillar is gonna bring me to the final level of the final stage of the run, final room. By doing this, there we go. I'm gonna lean back, and I'm gonna move a little bit harder to the right here, And there you go. I have a laser here. Awesome. So, and now we have a lightsaber, so we can like start using this instead of using my guns.
Okay, chat, I have a serious question for you. You have a lightsaber. What color is it? I think I would pick orange. Just saying.
Orange, yeah. Probably yellow myself. It's a really good color.
Oh, yeah. Bursting with sunshine. Like it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So I'm gonna here again enter this cutscene to speed up the section. We're supposed to be locked in this cantina, but if we enter this cutscene, we can just go out right away, rather than just pressing buttons here. So here's another strat. I'm gonna pull this enemy and like this. And while he's falling, I'm gonna use him as a platform like this. Let's see if I can get a timer right here. Yeah, he's not behind me right now. There we go. Okay, so it's a good strat there to climb to the all the way to here. And I'm gonna now finish the level. There's only one more shortcut we can do here. A very long jump where, yeah, boys of having to go all the way to the back of this area in order to like go around it. So it's this one around here. I'm gonna go do this and try to like land in that car over there, like building some momentum here, just like that. Nice. There we go. So the only bad thing about that is that there's several snipers that are shooting me in the back. So I have to try to dodge his shots
rude.
there. Yeah, this level is very infamous. This level is like very infamous in when you play this game in the hardest difficulty because this enemies can actually one shot you.
Oh my gosh. So
It's one of the hardest.
Sorry,
it's one of the hardest
you
levels in the game.
do you dabble in the other categories, or do you kind of hang out in the normal zone?
And no, yeah, only in the easiest difficulty. The name of the category is any percent normal, although normal doesn't mean I'm playing the normal difficulty. I'm playing in the easiest difficulty. But there are other categories where where you can play in the Jedi Master difficulty, which I haven't like, even considered doing. It's like a very hard category because of many reasons. The damage values are way higher, and also your HP is cut in half.
Okay.
All right, so now here I'm gonna go here and try to zoom.
Alnek, if you want to, after this, find a small place to rest. We did lose audio for the game, so we are aware of that, everyone, and we are trying to fix it. So we might quickly go to a break and just adjust it if you feel comfortable with that, Alnek.
Yeah, we can do that right now if you want.
Sure, yeah. Let's go to a little break and let's try to fix that for y'all so you can hear Kyle and all of his amazingness. right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you for your patience. I believe we have fixed the game audio, so Alnak, you can feel free to take it away.
Yeah, we should be fine now. Okay, let's continue this run then. And 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So I was saying, like, in this level, we are gonna move across this area, and then we need to do a few. It's not even a boss fight, but it's a very scripted area. I'm gonna enter this cutscene, and rather than doing the intended way here, where these turrets are shooting at me, they are disabled because I'm inside the cutscene, so I can just try to do the thing that the game asked me to do here, and we can just finish the section. And before the cutscene ends here, I'm gonna press this button, push this button, and now when the cutscene ends, it's gonna bring me to the area that I need to continue. Like this, I warp back to this area, and that allows me to that avoids me to doing a little bit of backtracking here, like to move there. Alright, so now we are heading towards another level, which is another score sections where we bring land to certain areas. But that's only it's gonna be for like the very first section of the level. So it's another score sections where I need to bring land to a console, and unfortunately there's no way to speed it up. You just need to wait for the guy to like move. I'm gonna grab here some detonators, grenades, that are gonna be useful later on. Okay. And now I'm gonna show a little another like feature of this game that it's not like it's trying to be doing the run. I'm gonna put my saber in the wall like this, and as you can see, there's some sparks that are going on right now, and also they're producing a sound. So what happens here is that the sound of the sparks is overriding like the sound channels of the game, and that allows me to like skip all the dialogue that happened there. It's another cool way to like speed up dialogue in this game. The first one, as I mentioned before, was quick saving and quick loading, and this one is just sticking your saber in the wall, and that also speeds up this section.
That's actually a really funny way to speed up dialogue like that.
Yeah, definitely. And now we have to do this area. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a manip here. I'm gonna stand in a certain area in order for all this wave of enemies. I'm gonna come here to spawn in the same location. I jump like this, and all these guys I'm gonna just spawn here. I can just blow them up with grenades. So there's a little bit of RNG here. Okay, I go with RNG. Sometimes Lando, when he gets here and trigger the next wave of enemies, he gets stuck. I need to use like saving and loading in order to like fix his pathfinding. So now we're gonna the other side. So what we're doing here is we free Lando from the prison, and now we have to escape this planet in his ship. So now I'm refueling the ship by doing this, pushing these buttons, and now we are ready to go. Here, nice. And at the end of this level, there's a turret section I need to do, which is this one. I'm gonna stick my saber in the wall here again to speed up this section once again. And we just start shooting enemies here, and now we are done with this level. And now we're gonna introduce one of the most important items in the run. I grabbed a few items in this game, in the previous level, and one of them was this drone over here. If you guys have seen like the episode 4, the movie, you know, you are familiar with those drones.
Oh yeah, the practice thing.
Exactly, and the scene where like Luke is like training blindfolded. Exactly. We are not going to use them like that. There's a very cool strat that's going to be introduced here, and This is a little bit of a serious time because it's like one of the hardest tricks on the run. So let's see if I can get it fairly quickly. And they are very useful in this run because it's going to be allow us to do several skips. So let's see what happens here. Rather than explain the trick, I'm going to just show it. You're going to get the gist of it. So I need to land here. I need to wait for this thing to come all the way down, so the laser floors are gonna show up here. Awesome. Pop up here. And we're gonna start climbing. Let's see. So what I'm doing here is I want this drone to pop up in a certain way so I can start climbing up like this, for example. And now we go up.
Wow, that's a clever use for the drone.
Yes. So let's see how. So we need to do this like 40 jumps here to make it to the top here and skip this very slow elevator section. Just like that. There we go. Nice.
Oh my gosh. I was so nervous that entire time.
Yeah.
Good job.
You were nervous. I was. You can imagine how it was. Yeah, nice. That is the secret drone climbs. It's one of the hardest tricks in the run, and we're gonna do them several times in the run. But that's what was by far the hardest one. And so pretty much the drone is like moving around your character there, and if you start jumping, you can just keep climbing up until you hit a ceiling, for example. And you can use it in several areas to like skip huge sections of the run. So shout outs to Brinda, another runner of this game, who found the strat, and it was a really groundbreaking strat when it was discovered. So now this is the first encounter with a dark Jedi. This is the part where the game starts spawning and Saber uses as well, other like force sensitive characters. For this one, we're just gonna just kill it like that. I just knock him down to the floor and I just spam me Saber throw and that's it. Mm-hmm. So there are a few instances of Saber combat in this game. Most of them are gonna be in the bosses or enemies that I need to kill in order to progress through the level. But in most of the cases, I'm gonna be like switching between like guns and lightsabers in order to like go fast. But yeah. There's a little bit of saber combat in this game, but it's not that much. We're only gonna start like killing. We're only gonna kill all the enemies who are like we need to do in order to like progress the level. They're mandatory.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is another sports sections, and this one I need to bring this little droid to the end of this hallway. But luckily for this little guy, you can just force push him like this, and it's gonna move forward. Now in this room over here, there's a bunch of like mines that are set here, so I'm gonna just kill them with this gun that has like a very huge splash damage, and can just push him like this, which is very conveniently. Oh yeah, I took a hit there. The drone can take some hits there. It's good. Alright, so here's another strat. Just like in one of the previous levels, I'm gonna use my force powers here to use this guy as a platform, like this. I'm gonna use force pull when he's on the floor, and that's gonna give me enough like height here to make this one. And the time is kinda difficult though. And also, I think my force is kinda low here, let's see. Yeah, okay, maybe a time. I'm gonna use the backup then, which is another secret jump like this one. There we go.
Yeah, that looks really tricky actually.
Yeah, that's requires a little bit of timing, definitely. So yeah. But yeah, that's the backup you can do there. You can use the secret drone there. The only thing is that I need to make sure that I grab enough drones there in order to like do the next escapes and later in the run. So this is another secret jump here. So the positioning where the secret drones pop up there are completely random. So I always like expect them to like show up, pop up in a certain area. So here I need to kill this officer that has the key to unlock the final area, the final open the store, and I can finish the level. And now we're heading towards like the very first boss fight in this game. This game has very few boss fights. There are only 3 of them. Spoilers, we're gonna just see 2 of them. The third one we're gonna completely skip. And each of these boss fights a little quick kill we can do with our lightsaber. For this one, I'm gonna do the very same thing I did with the very first encounter with a force-sensitive enemy. So I need to go here to unlock the area where the boss is waiting for us. This enemy. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna grab some extra health here to just for safety. And now we're heading to the first boss fight in this game. Now it has a quick kill, as I mentioned. And it's very useful to do because the enemy's behavior are completely random in this game. They can be very inconsistent. You're trying to fight her in the normal way. So I'm gonna jump over here, head, she's gonna go down, and then just spam my lightsaber there. That's it. Awesome.
Nice. Yeah, nicely done.
Yes. So in this section, once again, I'm gonna get inside this cutscene. And I'm gonna do a major skip here. In this level, you're supposed to power up these elevators. You also meet Luke Skywalker along the way, but you're not gonna see any of that because with the face in that part is climbable. You can just climb there, and that skips like that section. All right, so I'm gonna push this button, and now this is another shortcut here. Of the level. For this one to work, I need to push this guy here, and I need at least one enemy to get close to this door here. And the game, by knowing that there's an enemy there, is gonna automatically open the door for us. And that gives like a huge chunk of the level. Now there's several elevators I'm gonna go up and down in this area, and it's sort of a cycle. And if you do it normally, there's a lot of waiting you have to do there until you get to the next area. But if we grab the good cycle here, this one, and if I climb here with a drone, I can just skip this section and go to the speed up section. Like this. There we go. Nice.
Oh, that was a much shorter travel distance with the droid.
Yeah, definitely.
With the drone.
Definitely, yeah. The big one is like 40 jumps of film. This one's just only 2. That one's kind of tricky though, because you are jumping out of a bend. So sometimes you can like bump your head into the ceiling and stop the jump. But yeah, that went pretty well.
Yeah, that was good.
Now, these levels are very straightforward. It's just moving fast and go to the end and the final area. And it's very important though that I conserve my health. I'm gonna be taking a lot of fall damage here. And these enemies can be sometimes annoying. There are several stormtroopers that are carrying this gun called the Vercetti, which it kind of functions like a shotgun, like in any other game. And sometimes they can shoot you in the back and deal a lot of damage. So we need to go fast here and try to get shot by these enemies. Okay. So here. So I need to have like full hair here in order to drop in this area, and I can just not here. There we go. So one thing you can do here is before you're landing, you can use like you can press your crash button, and Kyle's gonna do a roll animation, and that kind of mitigates a little bit the fall damage. It's pretty convenient. And now we are almost to the end here. I need to unlock a door, so in order to do that, I need to take this elevator and go up here. Oh, I'm very low in health, so I'm gonna grab some back the tanks here to store a little bit my health here. So this is why I mentioned, like, in this level it's very important to have very good health management. I need this back is here. So I can hold here and like this. Yeah. I'm very low in health. Let's see how this goes. These enemies can shoot me in the back and can be very problematic, but I think we are good. Now I need to kill these guys. I need to kill two of these guys, that one and this one, and that's gonna trigger this ATST that's gonna start leaving the store. I can just walk past it and try to not get stomped by it. The feet hitboxes of these enemies are way bigger than it looks. So even when you are sure that it's not gonna stomp you, it still does. Now this is one of my favorite levels in the run. This is a little skill you can do here. I'm gonna activate force speed. What force speed does in this game, as opposed to just moving fast, is that it slows down everything around you. To kind of create this like matrix-like effect that you have like very good reflexes and stuff like that. So it's not, force speed doesn't work like in other games, like a Dark Force and Jedi Knight 1, where it actually makes you go faster. Now here it's just only it slows everything down. But that still is very useful for the run, especially for this level, because there's a few skips we're gonna do now, and where if you get to a certain, when I get to I'm gonna get to in a run, and there's a trigger when I walk past the door, and where a few elevators I'm gonna start moving up. But if I use force speed before I hit the trigger, I can catch up those set elevators and skip a huge portion of this area. So let's see how it goes. Oof. I don't need to hit. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wait for my force to refill. I'm going to open the store, use force speed. I'm going to jump into this droid and I can catch up this elevator like this. And that skips a huge section where I need to go around this area. And now we have this bridge here. That's the end of the level. You are supposed to use like several elevators. But again, I'm gonna use another drone here to make this climb. This is the second longest climb in the run.
Alright, let's do it.
Like that, nice. There we go. And we are done with this level. Alright, so, this part is really cool. It's one of my favorite strats in the speedrun. I'm gonna be introduced by a mini-boss here, which is this enemy, kind of like a shadow trooper.
Okay.
He's gonna come up from the floor. What I'm going to do here is that when he's jumping, I'm gonna use the force here, and it's gonna jump way higher, and then the gravity does the rest here. There we go. And that's the quick kill. That's way faster than trying to fight him normally, because as I mentioned before, the enemies are very unpredictable when you try to fight them in the normal way. They can start blocking your attacks, they start jumping around. Now, in this section, this is a stealth section. It is but you fail the mission. So one thing you have to do here is turn on your lightsaber and move very sneaky and move here. There's a few shortcuts. That's the first one. I'm gonna use a force power here called Mind Trick, and if I use it on enemies, they're not gonna see me here, so I can just move here without raising any alarms. And with a few jumps here, I can just make it to the ship that I'm supposed to like infiltrate or sneak in. That level is way longer. It's way longer. But that's the two jumps to do there are very quick shortcuts. So here I'm gonna get inside the cutscene, and this one is not very useful. It's just like clears all the enemies here. The enemies, there's a bunch of stormtroopers here that are supposed to like be blocking your way here, but by entering the cutscene they don't respawn, so you can just move there without getting body block a lot. So this part is kinda RNG a little bit, and there's I need to take control of a droid here. So what I'm going to do is going to pull all the droids to the door here.
Okay, let's see.
And I take control of a droid here. And which droid are you going to take control of is completely random. So what you want there is that you want the droid that's closer to the door to... You take control of the droid that's closer to the door there. So this level is one of my least favorite levels in the run, because it's a very close area, it's tight corridors. So there's not much you do here and when it comes to skills, but it's only like movement optimization. Oh, I got hit by one of the medical droids there. They dragged me, so that's the reason why the camera is kind of like that right now. And also deals a little bit of like damage over time. And now we have one of the few breaks that we have in this round. It's like a train that's gonna come here, and I need to like get inside it. There's nothing here to speed up this section. We can just take down here and shield.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering, Alnak, a couple of people have brought up multiplayer in this game. Do you have any memories of playing multiplayer back in the day?
Not really. By the time I got like recent internet in this area, and that was like way after the game. This game was popular, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I'm mostly a single player. I play these games mostly in single player, especially Academy and Outcast, and also the other games from the series. But yeah, I know the multiplayer, even to this day, is still popular, especially Jedi Academy.
Wait, people still play multiplayer? For real?
Yeah, especially Academy.
Oh, cool.
No vanilla specifically, like, with a few mods in, but still they play. And it's quite the rabbit hole, because...
Oh, I bet.
As I mentioned, the saber combat in this game and also in Jedi Academy are very good. So when people play a lot in those multiplayer servers, is doing duels with the lightsaber.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and just like a speedrunning, there's a bunch of like a meta, or and they have a bunch of strats. It's like quite a technical game.
Come on, rogues.
So we are about to finish this level. And now I came to one of the coolest escapes that we can do in this run. Okay. So let's take this exit and we can go to the next area. Okay, so now we're gonna do one of the coolest strikes in the speedrun. It's called the Spaceman. Shouts to Cover Muffin, who came up with a name.
Oh, yeah.
So in this level, you are supposed to go through a door that's completely locked, unfortunately, and what the game wants you is trying to go to the lower decks of the ship in order to continue. But what we're going to do here is that rather than doing that, we are in a hangar right now where all the TIE fighters come out to the space. So what we're going to do here is that I'm going to open those hangar doors. That's what's going to happen now, is that these enemies are going to get sucked into the void of space, and also myself, because I'm going to use force speed here and go to space and try to make it to the other hangar door that's around here. That's gonna... Nice, there we go.
Cool.
So that door over there is like the one that's locked, so you can go from one hangar to the other one throughout space, rather than going to the lower deck area, which is like pretty slow.
Is it like pretty tough? Do you find yourself falling through space on occasion?
Yeah. Well, this is a Star Wars, so we can just go to space and
oh, sure. Yeah, anytime.
Alright, so on this part is... Okay, I'm good here. My health is kinda low though, no, I should be fine. And now there's a few like mandatory fights I need to do. There's couple of enemies that I need to kill with my lightsaber, but I have a force power here that's pretty useful, which is force speed level 4. Force speed level 4 and this difficulty is very broken, because it slows everything down a lot. And so the enemies, I can just land a few hits on these enemies and they don't have enough time to react. that only works in this difficulty, and higher difficulties when you activate force speed, the enemies also activated. But in this one, they don't do anything, so you can just use force speed there and kill them. Okay. I'm gonna get inside this cutscene to skip this scripted section. This is sort of like a puzzle. We free our partner, and she's supposed to like open these doors with you. But since we are inside the cutscene, like we can just skip all of that. And once again here, I'm sticking my saber to this wall to speed up the dialogue inside this cutscene because we are waiting for that cutscene to end, and I can just finish the level.
Every time you put your lightsaber like into a wall or something, I feel like Kyle's working on his welding certificate or something.
Yeah, kind of like Qui-Gon in the first movie, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so this is one of the major skip here. I'm gonna go to this door. That's the end of the level. I'm gonna trigger it by clipping a secret drone through the store, and by doing that, the drone gets inside of a room, and it's gonna trigger the end level for us. And that skips the entirety of the level, and that includes the third boss fights, and also a very slow, low gravity section. That was really tedious to do.
Oh wow, it's a big time save.
Yeah, definitely. It's by far the biggest skip in the run when it comes.
Oh, cool.
If we talk about like time. All right. So in this level, we're supposed to go from point A to point B as quick as possible. And luckily, there's no any scripted sections here where you're supposed to like kill enemies in order to progress with the level. So you're just moving fast here, and this is where straight jumping comes really handy. So also in combination with straight jumping, I also have a force power called force jump, which is this one, which if you use it, allows you to grab more distance in your jumps. So that's a unique thing that this game has compared to other like FPS speedruns that use also bunny hopping and straight jumping.
I've been finding the movement in this game truly mesmerizing. I like how you will go from first person to third person, and it all just seems kind of seamless. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, now you mention it, this it's up to preference of the runner if you want to do this in first person or third person.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, definitely. Most people, like for example, in this area, they just like to use first person. I like to use third. In my case, I like to use third person in open areas like this one, and in very close areas, I prefer to first person, definitely. But you see, you start seeing like different runners of this game. They all have like different preferences when it comes to like choosing which camera to use.
It's just funny because, like, you know, Kyle's got these flips for days, but when you're in first person, I guess you don't really, like, flip around, do you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. There are some, like, acrobatics that you do in this game, also in Jedi Academy, that are not possible in first person, so you need to use, like, third in order to, like, see them.
Oh, good to know.
So, we are close to the end here. We are inside the Academy of Luke Skywalker, and we're gonna fight these rogue Jedi, as they mentioned. Now this level is a little bit luck-based. I need to kill 2 enemies here in order to trigger the next sequence here. And as you can see, this thing's gonna start like jumping around. And I need to lose a little bit of time here. There we go. So when I kill the second enemy, this Stormtrooper is gonna shoot a rocket, and I can just move through here. And now we are close to the end. So I'm gonna grab some extra health here for the final level, and because there's a little skill we have to do that is way easier to do when we have full health. And now, once again, I'm gonna enter this cutscene, because in this cutscene when it's playing, and this guy conveniently shows the end level here, this gold. You're supposed to fight like 2 enemies in order to open the area, but in the cutscene, like the trigger is available, so you can just do that.
Oh, yeah.
So we're close to the end here, and time's coming up. I need to get to the final part here. In this hallway, which have a bunch of fires in it, and you're supposed to do like a very long jump with force speed here. And you need to have like a very good alignment in order there to get hit by the fire thing and die. That's why I needed like the help there. So for this boss fight, I'm gonna use the red style of the lightsaber, the strong style. There are 3 styles of lightsaber in this game. This one is the strongest one. Like the animation is slower, but it deals a bunch of damage. I'm gonna combine it with 4 speed, and that's gonna make short work of this boss. So time. There we go.
Ooh, GG.
Let's go. Yes.
Just a big bang right there at the end. How do you feel?
Exactly. Yeah. Those boss fights are really short. Yeah. So that's a very cool thing about this game. Like all the boss fights have like very short, cool strats you can do with a lightsaber. They do a lot of damage. Definitely.
Oh wow! He just jumps right out of there.
Yeah. Exactly. Just went out.
Yeah. It looks like 50-57. How are you feeling about that, I guess, compared to like what you have been running on practice?
Yeah, I think that's cool. We have a few hiccups in between, but yeah, that's fine.
Nice. Well, Alnak, if you want to give any shout outs or talk about anything, yeah, feel free.
No, thanks first of all, for accepting this game and Hotfix. It was really a blast to participate in these events. And thanks for watching, everyone. I'm currently running the sequel of this game, Jedi Academy, trying to grind this game after being several years inactive. So I'm going to be playing this type of games for a long time, for a while. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the show.
Awesome. Yeah, we put the link to Alnak's Twitch channel in our Twitch chat. So please, if you enjoyed this run, make sure you follow, and you'll be able to see more Kyle, most likely. But
Definitely.
thank you all for watching this run. Before we break, I do want to give a huge shout out to all of our amazing supporters. Your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered here on the GDQ Twitch channel help support the Games Done Quick Hotfix. So if you do enjoy watching this show, Time Capsule, or any of our other fantastic Hotfix shows, please consider subscribing to the channel. For an in-depth look at all the speedruns we have in store this week, you can check out the schedule at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. And if you do want to be a little more involved in our community, please feel free to join us in the official Games Done Quick Discord. You can add yourself to the Hotfix role and keep tabs on upcoming events and talk with staff and showrunners. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. I'm your host, Smooth Operative, and you are watching Time Capsule. 2002 is back on the agenda tonight, and we are about to break the law. So here to speedrun Grand Theft Auto Vice City, please welcome our runner Flaj. Hello.
Hello. How is everyone?
Yeah, we've been doing great. We had an awesome run of Jedi Outcast, and the viewers are ready to get into Vice City with you. Why don't you tell us the plan?
Let's go. Yeah, so my name is Flodge and Lounge, but please, guys, just call me Flodge. Just think camouflage, but don't say the camo part. Perfect.
Easy.
Just like that. And guys, what we're doing today is playing some Vice City here. We're doing the no SSU category, which is it's about an hour-long run here. We get to see a bit of the characters, a bit of the good dialogue, everything in there. So yeah, it's a pretty fun run. And yeah, without further ado, I'll be ready to go whenever my lovely host is also good to go.
Yeah, we're ready to go when you are, so you can feel free to give us the countdown.
All right, let's do it. So guys, we'll go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So, Vice City here, guys. This is the story of old Tommy Vercetti. And basically, we've skipped a couple of intro cutscenes here, but what we've missed is Tommy was sent down here to Vice City to take care of a deal. Unfortunately, that deal is going to be ambushed, and Tommy's going to lose the goods and the money. And we're going to find out that the guy who sent us here to do that is not going to be super happy about that. So we're going to head to the hotel here and give him a call and just kind of let him know what's gone down here. And we'll skip the cutscene here, but what is, to say the least, he is not going to be very pleased with the fact that we have lost the goods and the money. So first thing we got to do, guys, is figure out what happened, who the people were involved, and kind of how we can get back our goods and some money. If you'll look at the... sorry, go ahead.
It's a classic case of whodunit.
Right. Absolutely. And, yeah, so luckily we have our lawyer friend here, Rosenberg, who actually saved us from that ambush. He was the getaway driver, so he knows some people here in Vice City, and he's going to give us an invitation to the party. And basically what this is going to be is all the bigwigs, all the really important people in Vice City are going to be at this meeting, so we're kind of skipping ahead, getting right to it.
Need to dress for the occasion? Ooh, okay.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Tommy is a snazzy guy with the soiree suit here. And we'll just pop down here, guys, to the party. Oh! The classic curve there.
Wipe out.
But I tell you. But yeah, luckily there's this nice new PCJ is waiting for us here. Just gonna hop right on and keep on moving.
Very convenient.
It's so nice. The vehicles are just kind of perfectly set up, so you go exactly to the next one. Yeah, guys, the party there went down. The biggest thing here is this lady on the back here is Mercedes, and she is the colonel's daughter, the organizer of that party there. And basically, what we're gonna do is do him a little favor and drop her off at the club here. We're kind of building up trust with Cortez there. And we'll just drop her off here. Nice short little ride, a quick $100. And we'll keep on moving back to the lawyer here. And one of the big things with this run, guys, is going to be the traffic and how well we can kind of navigate ourselves around that.
Nice
But,
exit on the bike.
Yeah. We might see a couple of those from time to time.
Okay.
But, yeah, well, eventually we'll be able to remove that traffic, which is going to be a much more peaceful part of the game. But for now, we're going to kind of use a couple of tricks, kind of like this here, to despawn that traffic. And what we're doing here is by not looking at the traffic, it's basically like it's not even there.
What? That's wild. That is
You
so
just pretty
funny.
much, just like completely despawns it. So we can do that at these early parts here when traffic is just really congested. But we'll stop at the Malibu Club there, guys. Our lawyer, Ken, there, that guy is very good with rumors, kind of knows, almost like a master of whispers, if you will.
Okay.
So we're going to come over here.
Hey, what you looking at?
Attempt to introduce the bike to Leo here.
Hey, make me, you prick.
But guys, he's going to pull a fast one on us and actually move out of the way there. Can't believe he actually moved there.
This is the
But we'll
real
just-
Iron Chef.
Yeah. It gets dirty, Tippy, let me tell you.
This way.
But guys, we'll just have a nice little talk with Leo. Leo's very important, though, because he has one of the only cell phones in the entire city. So now we have that cell phone, guys. We can do some things.
We can make some calls.
Exactly.
One thing you gotta
And this fellow here, old Lancelot, is going to come along for the ride. He kind of shows up at the right time in the right place, right back there with the chef. And he's going to take us to the local gun shop. It's a couple blocks away. However, he has actually given us a handgun. We won't need to go inside. We're just kind of need to see where it is, enough to satisfy Lance here. And on the way back, guys, we are going to try to set up for one of the crazier tricks in this run here. We do need a wanted level, so we got to kind of hit a couple pedestrians here. You just tap them a little bit.
You gotta cause a little bit of mayhem to get the wanted level up.
They're just sleeping though, no worries.
Yeah, they're just snapping.
I'll be watching you, Tommy.
All right, guys, what we're going to do here is basically, by having that wanted level, if we hit a certain trigger here, we will instantly spawn this cop car. And this cop car... No!
Oh, busted.
Busted
Through the window.
In the alley. Through the window, Tippy. Can you believe it?
How did he do that?
I wish I knew. So, guys, we've got... the good thing about Vice City is we have loads of backups just in case we do get busted or wasted, you know, sometimes can be a common occurrence in these runs here. So what we'll do is take this cop car, and we're basically going to attempt to use it to kind of duplicate this next mission here. And if all goes well, we will use a frame-perfect setup here to hopefully get this dupe. And that looks pretty good.
All right, more crap to wipe up.
Yeah! All right, guys, that was it. Let's go. So what this is going to do...
Nice.
Where are you now?
So what this will do, guys, is we've now started one instance of Jury Fury. And by taking this phone call and ending it, we'll be able to start it a second time. So you'll kind of see a repeat cutscene here. Poor handyman, unfortunately, misses the car again. But,
Florida moron.
but basically what happens here is the first time you start this mission, it kind of spawns two cars. And we're told to, you know, bang these cars up. They're actually jurors' cars in a case that we're kind of trying to sway. Whoa! That we're trying to sway here. So the main object there is to damage the cars. But by starting it twice, we spawn the first set of cars and then a second set of cars right on top of them. So it just immediately damages them, and we kind of pass the mission instantly like that.
Nice backup.
Yeah, that was nice. I was hoping that guy wasn't going to bust us, but you know, Tippy, you just got to prepare for everything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's probably a little bit unpredictable, like where you get busted in the game, but
yeah,
great.
Times like that can be a little bit. But what we'll do here is, because we did get busted there, he actually took our handgun.
Oh,
and you believe it. So guys, we'll just start a little riot here. Pull these guys out. We can grab one of their guns. And pretty much use that to kind of, you know, do what we'd intended to do before. And quickly pass the mission there.
And a quick prison break for everyone else. Let's go.
A happy day all around. But guys, the main case with that one there is, again, we're trying to build trust with these people in Vice City, and a great character, Avery Carrigan, actually played by Burt Reynolds. We missed the cutscene there, but he essentially wants a little bit more room for his growing construction business. Sadly, the people at that yard back there were not willing to sell, so you know we had to kind of convince them otherwise.
Just a little coercion, nothing big.
Yeah, nothing harmful, you know?
It's video games, people. We're good. Exactly.
So, guys, we will cruise on down back to Cortez here. Once again, we are just kind of trying to build up trust with him, but as we'll find out, Cortez he's actually a pretty good guy. We actually enjoy his company. And the first thing he's going to want to do here is take out a guy who's been kind of running his mouth a little bit. Kind of spreading some secrets around, and I'm telling you, Tippy,
spreading?
He is spreading some big ones. He is, if we recall that deal in the beginning that was ambushed, you know, we kind of missed seeing it, but we're gonna find out that he was kind of part of the reason that happened.
Okay, that was a great skip you did on the motorbike just then, by the way.
the out the garage there.
Little optimizations, we like that.
Oh yeah. So guys, once again here, we're looking to kind of despawn traffic, kind of while we're driving a little backwards there. And hopefully if we can kind of keep her steady here, we won't have too much to deal with.
So I'm curious, Flaj, have you pretty much memorized every road in this game?
I wouldn't say every road, but the ones that we, a couple.
Okay.
A couple here and there. Yeah, we're gonna hope this guy is
traveled man.
Oh, he gets the tire. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
All right, guys. Well, we are gonna need to fix this tire, or possibly, we'll take it to a local pay and spray here. You know, support the local business.
Yeah. So
and actually, you know what? We're just gonna steal this one right here. This one seems a little quicker. Exactly. Guys, we'll grab this here. As we kind of chainsawed that guy there, introduced him a little bit. That was old Gonzalez. And as we'll find out, by taking him out, we have eliminated a very big part of Diaz's ultimate plan. And at this point, guys, we will...
Is it
the ultimate plan. Yeah, I'd say so.
It's just like, no frills. Yeah, it's really sinister.
Once you meet this guy, you kind of get a feeling for him. He's an interesting character. But guys, what we're doing here is essentially we've killed this guy. We need to get back to Cortez. We need to lose the cop. So what we're doing is kind of waiting for this one to fall off here. We had the 2-star there. We were able to pick up a bribe, which got rid of the 1st star. Now we're just kind of at the mercy of the wanted level to fall off like such. And now we can keep on moving.
Very nice.
And now it's for the mall shootouts. So guys, once again, right? They got some great deals, Tippy. We got to see what they're doing.
Ooh, okay, yeah, let's go to the mall. It's almost I don't know, Christmas time, shopping season. I'm for it.
Right. Yeah, so guys, we're just gonna park our bike there. Come up here, meet this guy Pierre. Attempt to kind of catch him here before he gets away. Hop back on the trusty old PCJ and peel out of there. And this guy here was another one that, oh baby, whew, Cortez was interested in. He had some blueprints that we've been lucky enough to acquire here. So now we're returning them back to Cortez.
Okay.
And on to the next one here, guys. Guardian Angels. Now, I should have mentioned it, but when we went to this garage before, we made a little replay. And replays are something that's going to become very powerful in this run. But essentially, we make a replay, like a recording of where Tommy is. And as long as there's something there for Tommy to pick up, even if it's in a replay, the game will think that Tommy's actually there. So by kind of playing that replay there, we pick up the Kruger here, and that teleports us straight to the garage there. And now this next one here, the over the clothes icon, how we got the fresh suit again. We also make a replay there, and that replay, guys, is gonna break so many things. But the big one being, if we play that replay in a cutscene, we can actually gain control of Tommy during that cutscene.
Opportunities arise. They'll be here any minute. We both better get a good vantage point. Okay, I'll take the balcony. You get the roof across the yard.
So this guy here, that is old Diaz. And now that we've kind of learned that he was possibly the guy involved in this ambush, Tommy's a smart guy now. So what we're doing is kind of trying to get on his good side, even though we know that he's up to no good.
Oh, okay.
So our first little task here is to kind of defend him while this business deal goes down. But quickly, we're going to jump over here, grab a couple grenades, which will come in handy a little bit down the road.
Shit! Diaz's men are getting cut down! Don't worry, I got you covered.
Oh, I remember failing this mission so many times, actually.
Yeah, it's so tricky back in the day.
Absolutely.
But I tell you, this chainsaw, it is just so incredibly powerful, Tippy.
It took me a minute to realize you were even holding that chainsaw. Like, wait, what? Just there it is.
Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. We'll use it to take out a few bosses later on, and we'll see that it is just completely broken. So now, guys, we're going to attempt to use that replay or the clothes. Just before we kill this guy, now this is a cutscene. We actually have control of Tommy here, so we're going to attempt to kind of run alongside this guy.
Oh, what?
And kill him before he can drive off. Grab the goods, and just like that, we're done.
You better grab the goods and get out of there.
That's right. Another replay to run away from Diaz there.
Oh my gosh.
And we're free. All right, guys. The first couple of missions have been completed. They're allowing us to now get to Starfish Island.
Oh,
And again,
that's
we're
where the house
sorry, go
is,
ahead.
right? It's where the house is, right? Or
Yeah, the house,
okay.
yeah.
The house, yes.
So this right here is a super easy trick, guys. Pretty much just line the bike up, hop off,
Whoa.
and the game is gonna basically realize that Tommy's kind of out of bounds there and place him in a fail-safe place. And lucky for us, that just happens to be on the other side of the gate there, which is quite nice. And what we're doing there, guys, you saw the close replay kind of come in a few times there. All that's really doing is skipping the fades there. Just a very minor time save. But once again, another crazy use of the replay system there.
Yeah, the replay system is honestly a trip. Like, it's so funny seeing Tommy go through these scenes like that.
Right. Yeah, it is crazy. We'll see some other things it can do, and it is just wild. It wasn't a thing that was available on the PS2 version.
Oh,
It is it's like a PC only thing, so very new to me, and I never really heard about that until I started doing these runs.
How long have you been running Vice City?
It's probably been a solid about 2 years now.
Okay, let's go. Nice. What got you interested?
Been kind of grinding, but yeah, I've always loved this game. This was probably one of my favorites. I won't say childhood games, but you know.
You played it. You played it and you enjoyed it, and now here we are.
Yeah, so I always really loved it, and with speedrunning,
awesome.
I always try to find something that I really enjoy if I'm going to be sitting here and doing runs on runs.
You have to find something that you can look at a lot because you're going to be in the game a lot.
Exactly.
I can't think of a better place than Vice City. I mean, it's
I'm
bright.
telling you.
It's beautiful.
And guys, what happened here was that basically we once again used the replay. Can you believe it? Gained some control there. And normally this is called the chase. Normally you're chasing this car to this hideout here. We can play a replay, gain control, and just pretty much drive the guy home ourselves there, saving quite a bit of time.
Oh, yeah.
And what we'll do here is try to stay on the edge here. Be careful not to fall into the water.
Ooh.
Oh, down we go. Tippy was going so good. Oh my goodness. Well, wait a second.
What?
Wait, this is
hello.
This is great. This is the other side of the bridge. Tippy, this is just where we wanted to go.
Score.
All right,
this is epic.
I can't believe it. Guys, we're okay. Everything is fine.
Everything's
So we'll
okay.
run up here and look at this. We're safe in a brand new helicopter. Can you believe it?
God, it's beautiful.
And this thing is basically, it's like the chainsaw, it's so powerful. It's something that we're not really supposed to have now. We're not supposed to have access to the second island yet. But by stealing that car there, the BF injection. Now, if you remember, Tippy, we're not supposed to have that car. We're supposed to just kind of chase that car.
Yeah.
So by playing that replay there and gaining that car, it has the ability to kind of be a submarine. And that's
You're skipping so much.
Yeah, that's kind of how that trick works back there.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're here already. What?
Isn't it nuts?
This is
That was one of the big reasons, 360. The big reasons for wanting to learn this game too is I always felt like they were so long. There was so much to them.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought, how are people completing this in like less than an hour?
That's the beauty of speedruns. You can just, pick it up for an hour, put it down. And hey, you played Vice City. You're playing it right now. You're doing awesome.
You're too kind. But yeah, it's wild. I mean, these playthroughs probably took me like over 40 hours, back in the day.
Oh,
it's just so crazy.
This is a long game casually for sure.
Yeah. And now once again, guys, if you remember the replay system, we can, normally we're kind of locked here. We can't really aim too far. We're kind of, we're pretty restricted, but if we play a replay and then just right click, we now have a much better view. And as a nice little bonus, the gun here is going to fire about 30 bullets a second. Absolutely crazy.
This is completely normal behavior for Tommy. Don't worry about it.
You're not wrong. So guys, we'll just try to kind of shoot these guys really quickly here. Luckily, this gun also has no recoil now. It's a little bit easier to kind of, hold your shot. And we'll just kind of work our way around and have this crazy powerful gun, making a light work of it.
Oh, Lance is driving the ship.
He is. His background is he's apparently a really good pilot. That's his one of his main things.
I had forgotten that detail about Lance. Nice to know.
Yeah. I always remember him like driving this mission, but I never knew he was actually like recognized as a pretty renowned pilot.
This actually makes all of this much funnier because, Lance is an expert, professional, yet Tommy's just hanging out. That's not professional, Lance. What are you doing?
Exact, Tippy. That's why we got to take him out right there. He's unprofessional.
Okay. Lance, take a nap. You need to sit down.
Unacceptable. So guys, we're just going to run through the house there. If we sprint super quick, they can't really take a shot on us, so, we kind of make it through without too much damage. Lance is going to come back to life and pick us up and take us back to the mansion here.
Ah, beautiful sunrise.
Look at that.
Just beautiful.
And what that pretty much was is, we took that guy home to the hideout before. That was the whole entire, hideout, the whole operation there. So we're kind of, we've taken care of them. Now we're on to the next favor for Diaz here.
Sure, yeah, we got to appease Diaz.
Exactly. And this mission being called the fastest boat. Tippy, can you guess what's going to be in this mission?
Is it a fast boat?
It is.
Oh, okay, but it's a speedboat, right?
It is a speedboat.
It is a big cargo boat.
I wish it was a big cargo boat. If we could take that thing back there, can you imagine?
Oh yeah, that would be like a cruise, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, but
guys,
we've got
here...
other plans.
Go. A very nice little trick there, guys. It's so simple. You just walk up to the fence there, try to get into the boat, and because Tommy has no animation for entering a boat, he just kind of warps right in. And it's so easy to skip that entire thing.
Tommy has become boat.
Yeah, exactly. And there is our helicopter. Sometimes you get some of those pesky Vice City citizens. They tend to steal your helicopter. Luckily, it does not seem to be the case this time.
No knowledge of how to fly. Just steal it anyway.
Very common theme in this city.
Everybody's got their vices. Am I right, y'all?
Boom. There it is. Roll the credits.
Roll the credits. We're done.
Okay, we've now given Diaz the fastest boats. Yeah, I'm going to play a couple replays there, skip these fades a little bit quicker. And the big thing now, guys, we're going to use the fastest boat to acquire some goods. Okay. And what we'll do here is I've always thought that, when you're selling a product, you probably want to sell it to, the highest buyer. However, this guy's a little different. He would prefer to sell to the first person that gets there. So this is why the fastest boat. It's so important here.
I see, the race is on.
The race is on. Luckily, we've not only got the fastest boat, but we also got a little bit of shortcut here. That's going to kind of take us right to this gentleman up here. Yeah, attempt on the replay right there. We're going to hit it. And this is very similar to the previous Phnom Penh, the mission, the helicopter. We've now got this free aim. We can shoot extremely fast.
Wow, Tommy has amazing balance.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed. Yeah, it's wild. I just look at him. And look at that face, too. I mean, what a guy.
That is a man of culture right there.
So, yeah, this is once again going to really trivialize this auto-scroller. Pretty much, we're just kind of letting Lance cruise through the alley here. Helicopter's going to come for us. A couple guys on the jetty here. Going to kind of blast them there. Blast the helicopter. And that's pretty much all there is to it.
Got to take out the competition. There you go.
Right. I tell you, like, this mission back in the day, like, I felt like there was so many more helicopters, you know, so many more things were attacking you.
I definitely did not have an experience like this on this mission, so.
It's a leisurely drive, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like we're missing the elevator music, like, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah. A bit of an auto-scroller here. It's a nice time, though. If you ever need to, like, if you go to grab a water or something, like, mid-run, it's a great excuse. You know, run over and grab you something.
Yeah, I'm curious. I know we're not listening to the soundtrack, but do any of you have any, like, favorite tracks from the game?
Yeah, please, any questions, anything at all, Tippy, please feel free to interrupt me and go for it.
Oh, yeah. If anyone does have any questions for the chat, feel free to weigh in. Everyone is getting nostalgic, and I am too, so I'm just having fun.
Absolutely. And that right there, guys, I feel like I don't even need to explain it at this point, but that was another replay, which gave us a bit of control there in that cutscene. We kind of just pilot the helicopter a little bit sooner than normal, and it's really going to be just a minor time save there.
We have the flock of seagulls I ran in this game as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Out of Touch. That's a great one. Love that.
Oh, yes.
I'm a fan of Juicy Fruit.
Juicy. Oh, yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, it is so good. I feel like that was a small factor in, choosing to run this game, as I would have to listen to the radio, and I thought, man, that's going to be perfect.
And then the DMCA says no.
Unfortunately. So this one here, guys. Sir, yes, sir, it's about acquiring a piece of military hardware for Cortez. It turns out that military hardware is a tank. Luckily, we can just kind of take out the gunner up there. That'll cause the driver to get out, kind of seeing, what's up with the gunner. And that'll kind of let us just kind of plop in really quickly, chainsaw the door off there. And now we've got the tank.
That escalated quickly.
Right. 0 to 100.
Yeah.
And now, if you guys notice, we tossed a little grenade there before getting into the tank. And for some reason, I can't really fully explain it, but for some reason, if Tommy is in like an invincible state, such as entering a vehicle, and the grenade explodes, he will gain the ability to kind of clip through the door, as we saw back there with the tank. And now comes a very important part here, guys. We are going to do something called glitching cars.
Okay, I'm ready.
In the middle of something. What do you want?
And what this is going to be is, guys, as the time capsule episode of 2002 says, this game was made a little bit ago, at a time where memory was kind of limited.
Speak to you later.
So how this city seemed so alive was being that about 5 to 6 cars can spawn at any time. And kind of once they leave Tommy's sight, they despawn, a new car spawns in within his sight, and it makes it feel like it's a lot more lively. So what we're doing here is, by playing a replay, when someone is exiting their vehicle, kind of interrupting the animation, they will be permanently frozen there, along with their vehicle. And being that only about 5 or 6 cars can spawn, if all of those cars are in a very convenient location, we pretty much eliminate traffic.
Ooh, that would be nice.
It is so nice. And as we'll see here, guys, there's not really a lot of traffic out here at this point.
I'm enjoying a little R&R at the Club Malibu. I reckon you're going to owe me a favour or two after this, sunshine. I'll see you later.
We are once again back at the Malibu Club. And what turns out here, guys, is Lance has kind of gotten fed up with this whole doing favors for Diaz thing. He kind of gets wind of everything he's been pulling behind his back and tries to go out by himself, tries to take him out. Unfortunately, Lance kind of fails to do so and gets captured. So Our good friend Kent Paul back there lets us know that he has been captured, so now it's up to us to go save him.
All right, let's begin the rescue mission.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Flaj.
Yeah.
So it has been, I guess, rumored that GTA 6 will take place in either Vice City or very similar to Vice City. How are you feeling about that? Are you excited?
I am so excited. Yeah, I think I've always kind of said, like, even if I don't, love certain parts of the game when it comes out, it's gonna be in Vice City. So
Can't go wrong.
exactly. Yeah, I am stoked just to, kind of see it in like a more modern light.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting seeing Vice City in all of its HD glory.
Yeah, certainly. Hopefully, a better treatment than the definitive edition it gave us.
Oh yeah, I heard nothing but horrible things about that. To be frank.
Yeah, no, you were told correctly.
Did you play it?
I did end up playing it. Yeah, it's just kind of like, yeah, the things you've heard are absolutely true. But I think what's just so shocking is being this was such an iconic game. It's just wild it was given that treatment.
I agree.
Whoa.
Right,
so there is Lance to the hospital. We have rescued him from Diaz there.
Is Lance injured or he's just walking in?
He says he's injured, but I mean, did you see his suit, Tippy? Perfectly white.
He didn't have any blood on his suit and no like limp in the leg or anything. Like he's fine. Classic Lance. But so now that Lance has kind of gone on his own and made that attack, towards Diaz, Diaz knows what's going on. He knows we're not just trying to help him out. He knows what we're really up to. Uh-oh.
So basically, time is running short. We need to end this before he ends us.
So be it.
Yeah, so we're gonna slam the helicopter outside of his mansion. And use a
show him who's
replay.
boss. I'll calm down.
No, you're good. Get amped, Hippie. It's gotta happen.
Yes.
But basically, there, guys, we're just gonna do a slide here, which basically just kind of is like an auto run, but it'll basically give us a tiny little boost to the start here. We'll see Tommy kind of starts out running here, as opposed to kind of just standing there.
Be careful.
And now instead of taking out all these guards, which is usually the intended path, we're just gonna run up here, chainsaw this one guy, and then attempt to kind of clip right through him. Say hello to Diaz.
Hello,
and boom!
Diaz.
He's gone.
Just like that.
Yeah, like doesn't aggro, doesn't engage, nothing. He just kind of sits like a duck. And
lays down and dies.
Yeah, and you see the power of that chainsaw. He died within a few seconds.
I mean, listen, you're efficient, and I applaud you for that.
It's a very, very well-made chainsaw.
Yes.
So now, guys, Diaz, the kingpin, is officially dead. So what that means is a lot of people used to pay Diaz for protection, being he was kind of the head honcho around here. So we need to kind of let those people know that while Diaz is gone, there is now a new guy in town, and his name is Tommy Vercetti. And we need to let them know with a bit of force, how we handle things.
Uh-oh, what are we gonna do?
So, Tippy, we're gonna go to the mall and wreak havoc on the store owners, and that'll show them, who's boss in this town now.
That'll show them who buys the clothes or something.
Right? How dare they try to run some deals, Tippy?
How dare they be honest business people?
Not in this town. So what we'll do here, guys, is kind of make quick work with grenades here. We can just kind of toss grenades, blow these windows up. It's a little bit quicker than shooting them, but the big thing is, whenever you shoot a window in this game, you only have, the first bullet will never break the window, and then it's a 1 in 5 chance for every bullet after that to break them. But grenades, of course, are just going to instantly break windows. So if as you do. So we'll throw a couple there. The last set here, we will actually pull out the the M4 here.
Wait, did you hear them? They were like, oh no, my window display.
My beautiful window display.
They worked all night on that.
I'm telling you. You just put the final touches on it, and then boom. So here, guys, what we'll do is, if you remember at the ice cream place, we made a replay, and we're gonna try to hit this replay. There it goes. And basically, once again, kind of like how we played a replay and teleported to the garage. If we play this replay and buy this property, we will actually teleport to the ice cream place and actually purchase it too. Yeah, a bit of a 2-for-1 special.
Whoa.
Yeah, speaking of deals, right?
Do y'all remember getting any ice cream from like the ice cream truck? What kind of flavors you getting? Remember the Sonic Pop?
The Sonic Pop. Oh yeah.
The little gumball eyes are all like melting down the face.
Every time.
Why don't you pay us a visit? You know it makes sense, don't ya? See you later.
So that might have looked a little crazy there, guys. That was basically, since we were in the mall and we kind of warped out of the mall, the game still thinks that we are currently in the mall. So that's why we kind of couldn't see much. And if you're listening close, you can actually hear the mall music is still playing.
Oh my gosh, is it?
Before we started this mission, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, I don't hear it anymore.
No, you sure it's still there, Tippy? But yeah, no. So that's going to give us another really nice side effect coming up in this following mission here. But we'll get there in just a sec.
Okay, yeah, we're cruising.
Yeah, cruising back down to the old hotel view where it all started, and basically we went to the mall. Kind of shook things up there, let them know that we are now in charge. But apparently we missed one very important business, so this is the last one here. We need to kind of convince them that we are now the new kingpin in Vice City.
Ooh, you got to show them who's boss now.
Exactly. And what better way, Tippy, than with a couple grenades and a chainsaw, of course.
Oh yeah, the old reliables.
Right. Toss one there, toss one there. And now we're going to attempt to set up right here. Everything goes to plan. We're going to introduce a chainsaw into one of these PCJ riders here.
What?
Oh! But we're gonna miss him slightly there. We'll have to.
I could visualize it though. Like I think that would have for sure been awesome.
Right. Yeah, luckily the old trusty M60 will get the job done, just in case.
Yeah, nice.
But now it's on to an infamous mission here, guys. This is called Copland, a very infamous run killer.
Yes, I have weird memories of this mission.
Do you?
Specifically, I could not get this done in a vehicle. I walked the whole way, all the way back.
It's not a bad strat.
It worked. It actually worked. I don't know how, but there you go. Now we're gonna see Flaj do it quickly.
Avery, what's eating you?
Attempt to, yeah.
No
We shall
hitchhiking,
see.
no walking.
You catch my drift?
Right.
So?
So we're gonna run in there, guys. Make another quick replay over that save icon. Pick up the close replay, or the close icon too.
Later, Avery.
Now just kind of skip this fade a little bit sooner. And now here comes the heat, guys. Because we left the mall with without having a cop uniform, we are now instantly given 5 stars for being outside of that area. So this kind of turns up the heat on Copland just a smidge here.
Yeah, this is rough. You got this.
Yeah, so luckily, if you remember the glitch cars, that'll actually reduce a bit of the cop cars too that might come, beaming straight at us.
Oh, nice.
So that was lucky. That was a very peaceful Copland.
Blink in it and it's over.
Not much trouble at all. Guys, we're gonna throw a grenade, and what that'll do is Lance is gonna perish once again. It's gonna skip a voice line from him. Save us about 1 to 2 seconds. But,
Okay, now you're in the uniform.
Yeah. Now we're official. Yeah, and we're going to take a Lance.
Yeah, we know what Tommy and Lance are being for Halloween.
Yeah, I think it fits them pretty well.
Do you think you'll dress up for Halloween, Flash?
I just might have to, Tippy.
What about you, chat? Any plans? Too soon?
Yeah, if you guys had to be, if you had to do a Vice City character, who would you do?
I mean, everybody could be Tommy. Why not?
There's a bunch of Hawaiian shirts out there.
That's all you need. Just grab your grandpa's Hawaiian shirt, put it on, walk outside, costume done.
That's it.
Boom, just like this storefront.
Look at that. You just got a Halloween costume for everybody, Tippy. Whoa. So here, guys, we kind of just... What we had to come here for once again is during that shakedown mission, one of the bombs we set off to kind of mess up the stores there didn't actually end up going off. So we had to kind of fly back down there and make sure it did go off. And that's kind of the whole premise of the cop land there. But being that we've now taken care of that, we are headed back, guys, and now we have pretty much, claimed our reign over Vice City for the time being.
So the mansion is yours.
The mansion is ours, Tippy.
Epic.
Just gonna park that thing out front there and walk right in, and just like that, we have the mansion.
Nice. Ooh, Vercetti Estate. There you go.
Official.
Put it on the deed.
So now, guys, we have our cash generation there. Not going to be too concerned with that. We are going to head to the next section here. Kind of heading into endgame here, guys. And things are going to get spicy very quickly. So this next trick here, it's got a bit of RNG with it. We're going to hope that it works in our favor. But we're going to essentially try to purchase this property. Uh-oh.
Hello, Sonny.
Try to purchase this property and start a rampage at the exact same time using a replay.
Trying to sort things out. You didn't give me a lot of support down
Multi-talented.
here, Sonny.
Something like that.
Well, I've already been busy, all right.
So that right there, guys, was that replay we made before Copland. And just kind of put a pin in that one. We're going to come back to that a little bit later on. And that's our good friend Sonny there, kind of checking back on the whole situation, how Tommy's been doing. And here we go, guys. We're going to... Oh. We missed it there. We do have a second chance here. I'm actually gonna make a save just in case things get dicey.
Yeah, sure.
And now we'll attempt to kind of just jump in here and start the rampage at the exact same time. Boom! We're in there.
Ooh, nice.
And so now we've kind of done something that normally you're not really able to do. If you're on a mission, you can't really pick up a rampage, and vice versa. If you're on a rampage, you can't really start a mission. So this is going to basically set us up to do probably the biggest trick in this run. We're talking like 45 minutes, Tippy. This is a huge, huge save.
And you will be doing this presumably with the katana?
We'll start it with the katana, yeah.
Okay. I'm ready.
But, oh yes. If you guys remember the whole... kind of the end game of Vice City, you've got to go around and purchase certain properties, and then you've got to complete those properties, complete their missions in order to achieve the final phone call. And that can be a bit of a lengthy process, purchasing like the car dealership, having to collect those cars, buying the cab place, the club over here.
It's a lot of stuff to do to manage the whole town, basically.
Yeah, I feel like that was like one of the lengthier parts of the entire thing.
Right.
But by doing this, starting this rampage and this mission at the same time, where we're kind of setting ourselves up to begin duping. And I'll explain that as we get a little bit further in, but at the moment, we're going to try to turn onto this barge here. Katana that guy. Keep on sprinting and run on in here.
They're looking for him.
And we're going to jump, and hopefully a clean jump off the edge there, right back down to the PCJ.
Sick jump.
And now we're going back to the Printworks, guys. This is where we're going to start doing the insta-passing. And basically what's going to happen here is, as they're mentioning the properties there a second ago, the game is going to check that 5 of those assets have been completed in order to give you the final phone call, a phone call that leads you to the final mission. So what we're going to do is do an interesting little back and forth here, but every time we reach the ice cream place and teleport back, the game is going to think that we have completed one asset. You know, we're essentially just kind of raising the value in the files. So we're going to just hop in there, hop right out.
Give me a break.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
And then we're going to teleport back. And I might have missed the timing just a second there. I missed it just like we're going to grab a backup here to continue doing this. But yeah, every time we do that, we're skipping an entire property. So we'll do that 5 times. And believe it or not, this is a pretty crazy part of it. I'm having to count to 5, Tippy.
Can you believe it? Okay, chat is actually helping us. Okay, y'all are in?
Let's go.
This? Okay, 1. Good.
We got 1, baby. Actually, the amount of times that chat has saved me because I've totally forgotten how to count to 5.
Honestly, if I was in your position, I would be forgetting to. You got this.
It seems so simple. It's deceptively simple, you know? But what we'll do here is we've now got the Vice Cheetah, a nice little backup. We're going to pretty much do the exact same thing. We're going to bail out there, Tommy. Whoa, buddy.
Lots of spinning.
You're going to get inside this ice cream truck once again for whatever reason. That's going to make the game think that we have completed another asset. We will teleport back, hop on out, and boom, that's 2.
2. Y'all got that?
Sonny.
Obviously you are suffering from hearing problems.
Oh, and I might have...
Where's the goddamn money?
Oh, no.
Where's the goddamn
We're a little early on Sonny there. So, yeah, we'll let him say what he's got to say. He's a little angry with us. I know he's kind of been left out of the loop a little bit there.
What's he blabbing about?
Exactly. But we're gonna need another phone call to come in, so we're just gonna kind of warp back again. Oh, and hit a little crash there.
Hello?
But have no fear, guys.
This is your PC. I was like, wait, this isn't in that game.
Yeah. Have no fear, though, guys. We do have a backup save exactly at this moment, just in case things got a little crazy there.
So this has happened to you before?
Unfortunately, it has, Tippy.
Okay.
We have got something to put us right back in the action. It'll actually give us back the PCJ as well, so we can kind of hopefully see these done the proper way here. We're going to quickly copy this over here. And we will be right back to where we were.
Nice.
Yeah, the beauty of the backups. However, we will be back down to 0, guys. We're going to have to count back up to 5. I'll let you know when the first one comes in. Again, as soon as we teleport back, that will be 1. So we'll chainsaw off the door just to make it a little bit quicker while we're doing this. And then we'll attempt to pick up the bike, teleport back, and that's going to be 1.
Okay, 1. We're recounting. Y'all got this?
Just to confuse you a little bit further.
Yes.
And now heading back to 2, guys. Again, just the same method here over and over. And again, this is skipping the entire process of having to buy the properties and complete them and whatnot.
I'm like struggling to remember what even all of the properties are now.
Yeah, there's the ice cream place, the cab depot, the pole position, the club. Right. What's called the club now. There is the boat yard, and
What should I do about her? That woman.
the film studio.
Right, the film studio. Okay, that's what I was forgetting.
Yeah, film studio's always got some really fun missions, and I believe that is Oh no, Tippy. Is that 3 or is that I think that's 3.
I might actually need you to share your screen with me again.
Oh! You're right. Let me get you real quick there.
Yeah, no worries.
Cutting you off when the counting is going down.
I know. How am I supposed to keep count? I don't know.
Making it hard on you, Tippy.
I got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So guys, the good news is if you're like me and you struggle to count to 5 sometimes, you can go to 6. You just have to do at least 5. So we'll say that was 4 there. And we'll go ahead and do a 5th one. And just to be safe, we'll do a 6th one.
Oh, okay. Just, for good measure.
There we go. Another one has been done. We've got just one more of these guys, and we'll be moving on to the final couple of missions. And we'll assume this is certainly at least 5.
Definitely.
Yeah, go ahead and
Chat,
teleport
we're good,
back. Right? We should have asked them to start with.
Y'all, are we at 5? Okay, they're saying 5. I think we're good.
Perfect. And Sonny is going to get a little angry with us again here. We're going to use kind of push the bike here, get just a little bit closer to our destination. Yeah, a couple of our friends here kind of blocked the bike, but that's okay. We just scoot around them.
Yeah, they would not move for any reason. No
Perfectly
reaction.
solid. But now is on to another very famous part of a run here. The private business. You're not welcome. And Tippy, if you haven't heard that before, you are about to get your fill.
Oh dang. Okay.
So we'll take this phone call here. This is a very long phone call between Lance and Tommy here. This lady, though, has a much shorter dialogue. We're just going to keep talking to her. And she's going to kind of skip us through this mission, this dialogue, much quicker than normal.
Tommy doesn't necessarily know how to properly speak to women, and that's why he's running into a fence right now. I can only imagine.
He's a little shy.
He's a little shy.
And now that was the phone call is done there, guys. We're waiting on this helicopter to actually land here. So we're going to kind of reposition the bike and attempt to kill this lady carrying the plates here before she reaches the car. Now, one thing about Vice City is the people are incredibly respectful of phone calls.
You say they're respectful of it?
They are. If you notice, everyone here is just kind of pacified.
Oh yeah, they just let you do your thing.
And we'll grab the goods there. Now we're off the phone. They are back on us. However, we've kind of gotten out of there, and nothing really to worry about now. I feel like it's like yeah. We'll play another replay there, guys. Warp back, jump on through, and that is going to be all of the assets completed. So the game now thinks, assuming we counted to 5 correctly, we're about to find out if we did count to 5 correctly. But assuming so, we'll get this final phone call here. We got it. That was 5.
Ooh, closest to 5 without going over.
Let's go. That's old Rosenberg there again. And this is now Cap the Collector, guys. So how this works, if you remember the whole glitching cars thing, for some reason, these guys will be pinned to the bike because we glitched cars earlier. I wish I had a better explanation there. What's going to happen here now, we're going to try to basically line up a shot here based on where they pulled up. And we're going to nail them. The sniper rifle is insanely powerful. It can actually shoot through walls.
Straight
so if we just kind of...
concrete.
Yeah, right through that thick 1980s concrete.
Gotta mention that for sure.
Right. And then we'll kind of wait for the next guys to come up here. Gotta get a head start on them. And really what that's going to do is, as soon as you kill these guys, the next set of them spawn. So by kind of sniping those first guys, It just makes these guys come in a lot quicker than normal.
Okay.
Here comes our last set of collectors here. We're just going to blast them off. And then it looks like they left the cruise control on, Tippy. Look at this thing.
Oh my gosh, it's out of control. Stop that thing.
Look at it. It's actually driving.
Oh my gosh.
Insane.
No stopping it. Just roll right by it. That's fine.
As you do, you know?
I mean, it might be a hazard, but we won't be around to find out.
Exactly. And that right there, guys, was our second to last mission. We're going to take a final phone call here from Lance.
We got big problems. Come down here right away.
And if you guys remember that replay from earlier, I said put a pin in. That was for a little save warp right there. That once we're kind of back in the vicinity of it, it warps us straight to the mansion here. A very nice little time save there. And now we'll make our final replay, Tippy. This is the big one.
Okay, let's do it.
And now this part here, if you guys remember, you're usually fending off the mansion for a lot of oncoming goons, that kind of thing.
Yes.
But if you just sit here and remain perfectly still, make no noise, Tippy, they can't hear anything. So they don't actually show up.
That will be difficult for me. Just contemplating life, reflecting on the speed run. How are you feeling about it, Flaj? Was it a good run?
Yeah, no, I'm incredibly happy with how things have gone. The fact that we didn't like crash and burn is really the big thing with Vice City.
Absolutely. What you thinking about, Tommy?
I wonder. Thinking about the mansion.
These
Beautiful
mansion
red
walls.
carpets.
Yes, it matches the walls and the carpets, the red.
Hey, Tommy, you're going down.
And guys, there's Lance. He has actually gone and turned on us.
Lance, how could you?
A bit of a shocker. And we're just going to kind of once again introduce yet another person to the chainsaw. But this time, guys, he is actually dead. He is gone
Lance,
for good. Whoa!
I thought we were brothers.
It's so wild, too, because he is on your side. Or you feel like he's on your side up until that final cutscene we had to skip there when he crosses over to the dark side. Yeah.
It was a shock, definitely.
Yeah. And that's kind of, why we're not the biggest fans of old Lancelot there. But guys, now we're kind of sitting there, we wait for 1 minute. Lance spawns. Exactly 1 minute after Lance spawns, Sonny is going to come in. And we're going to use our final replay to try to gain control and kill Sonny before he can engage us. So what we'll do, play a replay, gain control here, and attempt to run up and chainsaw him.
You took 15 years from me, Sonny.
Yeah! And we're going to get it. Let's go. That was the one.
That was it.
And guys, that right there is Vice City.
Oh, is it time?
It is time. I forgot to say, time.
Oh, time. It's time. Look at this man cowering on the floor. Stay there where you belong.
What does it look like?
That's right. Tell him, Pippi.
Yes, I'm sorry. This game gets me amped sometimes, so thank you so much for showing this off. Please, if you have shout-outs, comments, anything, go ahead.
Yeah, no, the pleasure is all mine. I'm so grateful and thankful that you gave me the opportunity to come on here and do this. It's been such a blast that I found GDQ first about 11 years ago, and I was just absolutely mystified. Yeah, I could not believe what I was seeing. I could not believe that actually existed somewhere out there. And I was just, absolutely enamored with the entire thing. And it's crazy that 11 years later, here we are actually participating, to some extent. So this has just been great. It's been a bit of a dream come true and just an awesome moment. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the hard work you guys do, the great events you guys do every single year. It's absolutely magical. And thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Flaj, for showing off Vice City. I agree. GDQ is pretty magical. And I think that's in part from all of our lovely viewers in chat and our lovely 100%. Thank you all so much for being the counters we needed.
Yes.
In our time of need. Yes, rip Ray Liotta. Thank you again
Yeah.
for being here. Y'all, listen, if you enjoyed the run, please make sure you follow Flajin_Lounge here on Twitch. I'm sure you can expect lots of fun streams and, of course, Vice City. But we are going to throw it over to a break. We have a game coming up called Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Maybe you've heard of it.
Let's go.
We'll see. So we'll be right back, everybody. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. I'm your host, Smooth Operative, and you are watching Time Capsule. We just wrapped up our shenanigans in Vice City, and we are set to go for a game called Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. So please welcome our final runner tonight. That would be Coral Killa.
All right, thank you. So this is going to be Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, any percent. Right now I'm actually setting up this water cycle here to set up for a little trick here I could possibly be getting. So any percent is basically just going to be me running through the first 6 levels, getting the first 36 Thunder Eggs, and doing a skip to skip the final 3 levels you're supposed to do in the game. But if you're ready, I'll be starting the run in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So starting off immediately, if you've played this game before, you'll know the first level is 2-up, despite the name. And you'll need to usually talk to our little friend, I believe his name is Julius the Koala over there at the top, this machine. But we're not going to do that. We're going to jump over this fence and bite. So we're going to go to shipwrecks first, actually. And at this rate, we will be able to do the trick I was talking about with the water cycles. Oh, never mind.
It's all good.
All right. Oh, I still might be able to. There's a little trick that just involves us that I'll show you up in a minute. For now, I guess I'll explain the lore of this game, since there's not much to explain so far. Basically, you're the last Tasmanian Tiger in existence after the main villain of this game, Boss Cass, essentially took them all into a dimension called the Dreamin'. And at the end of this game, you release them all. It's a wonderful time, you know. The guy saved the day. It's perfect.
Nice.
So, I'm not going to get in here, but I'm going to waste time getting it just to show it off. I'll jump on that guy's head, and I'll get through there. So coming up is a rather new trick. Or not new, but it's a trick called Ship Clip. I'll be doing a very fast version of it where I just slow down and line up like that and get the trick just fine. We used to do a strat where we wedged ourselves into a corner and lined up and waited until the boomerang got it, but with that we can save most of our swimming speed and get to the Thunder Egg about a second faster than the original strategy. I'm completely not explaining this trick here. This is ground swimming. I did that by just essentially an oversight in the game's coding, I believe, with a new version. And
Okay.
I will explain that too. Every game
please.
tonight I've noticed was actually played on original hardware, and you may notice I'm playing this on a rather newer version, and that's because this game was remastered in 2016 for the PC, despite the original console game coming out in 2002, so I guess it still counts for this marathon.
Oh, absolutely. We definitely appreciate you taking us on the remaster.
Yeah, the PC version is definitely leagues better in terms of speedrun, at least, in my personal opinion, just because of the so much more glitches and stuff on it. But there is a different reroute than the last time this run was played at a GDQ event by Kama Crimson. He couldn't be here tonight. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what was going on, but basically I decided to do this run solo, just in terms of... Sorry, I'm very nervous if you can't tell.
Oh my gosh, you're fine. I thought perhaps you were very, very focused, and I obviously don't want to break your focus, but yeah, it seems like one of the runners was set to commentate and wasn't available, so you're doing great.
Yeah, so we're approaching one of the very, in my opinion, the first very difficult trick of the run. Called Spire Swim. I'll be setting up this singular seahorse since they are solid, like I jumped off the first one's head earlier, I will be getting a ground swim off of this seahorse after grabbing this one buildie. And this is our 5th buildie of the level. I'm actually going to need to reset up this seahorse. Oops. So collecting 5 bilbies in a level will get you a Thunder Egg, and yeah, it's good. We can just easily route most of the bilbies in every level very quickly. So this is Spire, so I'm going to be grabbing my controller here, since the camera in the PC version of the game, with a mouse, you cannot move the camera when it is fixed like this. I can only, or I guess you can't really move Ty easily with the mouse and keyboard with the camera fixed. So I just swapped my controller there, jumping back over that fence and into 2-up, and I actually have the swing ability in 2-up now, so we will be able to abuse that a little bit.
This is a fast-paced run, for sure.
Yeah, it's, I've been playing this game for about, it's been 7 years about. I've been speedrunning, so, yeah. I've definitely grown used to it. I honestly don't want to say I could do this in my sleep, but...
But you could probably do it in your sleep.
I have had COVID for the last week, so I've been very weak mentally and physically. So, and I've been able to like do sub 30 runs of this easily, just to prepare for this marathon. But I'm
thank you for being on, even though you're sick. Wow.
I'm on the tail end of it now. I'm feeling a lot better than I was the last few days. So, if I was feeling bad enough, I wouldn't have been a part of this. And
I understand.
Yeah. Right there I did a little trick just to skip a small cutscene, which I would have been able to skip instantly anyway with the action button, as the game calls it. So here is the first major swimming skip with, or besides that one ground I did earlier. That there just saves, I believe, 15 to 20 seconds over walking around the intended way and jumping up the waterfall. Gonna be hitting these buttons here to move these platforms, and there is a slightly quicker way to do this that does involve getting the second boomerang first, but that's only really viable in the 100% or I guess 100% equivalent categories, because we do have a category extension leaderboard that has things like all opals, all bilbies, all golden cogs, and stuff like that. Which we will not be getting any of the golden cogs in this run, unfortunately, since they do not are not required in any means to beat the game, but there is one right in the center of the screen back there.
And you run multiple categories in this game, correct?
Yeah, I pretty much ran almost every category in this game besides all opals and max percent. Those are the only two off the top of my head I can think of that I have not run and have no plans of running, honestly.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Well, all opals actually is only on the top of my head because I was watching a stream earlier of the runner Crazy Tone Dog doing runs with it, which I will probably actually do a few runs with it, but I was meaning to say all picture frames actually, because that is yeah, max percent is essentially 100% plus all the in-game picture frames that are more just Easter eggs, and it's funny because there's one boomerang that will make an annoying alarm sound near them, which is good for trying to find them. But coming up here is a really difficult trick here where I'm gonna line up this tree with Ty's ear, and hopefully, I think I might got it. No, I didn't. So I'll be doing a backup here. I just really want to show off this ground swim. This is called Buzztree Swim because it was found by the runner Buzztree. And usually, I would just run up that little slope I just swam up and fall down and get a ground swim at the bottom of this little canyon here. But that Buzztree Swim there, if I were to get it first try, saves, I believe, 10 seconds over doing the trick normally, because I would also have to swim vertically up a waterfall slowly instead of just going in essentially a straight line from the beginning of the swim to where I need to get. But I just hit a bunch of bats back there, and while they're flying to where their next essentially spot is, they're gonna just wait. I'm gonna grab a Thunder Egg and miss them the second time. Whoops. I'm gonna swim back this way and kill my ground swim at a very specific spot so I can keep my ground swim getting out of the Thunder Egg animation coming up. This is a pretty difficult ground swim here. I can easily mess this up. Okay, I got it. And I should be keeping the ground swim out of the Thunder Egg animation. Yep. So now I will be swimming back across the canyon here so I can just get a few more collectibles on this side of the map. And then I'll be essentially running backwards through the first half of the map to get the last few collectibles I need. That there is what we call a ground scam in the Thai community. Usually I would get a ground swim there, but sometimes Thai just decides to slide his head for no real reason. I just missed that turkey bite there. Usually I would have just bit him immediately, but...
those turkeys are fast.
Yeah, they are truly a casual player's nightmare, even with a speedrunner's nightmare on them.
Oh my gosh.
At the very least, I'd say 10% of the time.
That's too funny.
Yeah, the childhood trauma resurfacing from those turkeys.
Oh no. So you did play this game as a kid.
Yes, right there I just lost about, I believe, 7 or 8 seconds by just accidentally moving before I should have, but that's alright. That there was a little quick bite boost downward. You may have seen me do that in a few other parts of the run, but that is essentially just so I don't take fall damage. And it's a very quick way of getting down besides gliding. Right there, I just did it again. So I'm going to be grabbing the 5th Bilby of this level, and at that point I'll be exiting the level and moving on to the first boss of the run. I paused a bit earlier, I paused a tiny bit earlier, just had to make sure I got that thunder egg. I should have 0 there, there we go. And we're on to the first boss.
So tell us about the first boss, yeah.
Yeah, all we've got to do is just slam him into these termite mounds, I believe they are. After you hit them, they, or after he hits the pillars, there's a bunch of bugs that fly around him, it looks like. At least if you have higher settings on. Oh, they fly around him, never mind. This is really the only time in the run you can, like, chill, respond to text, get a drink of water and stuff like that, because otherwise you're paying attention to the game about 95% of the time, besides just one little bit. Except for if you're running 100% or a few other longer categories where you have to ride this basically gondola thing up a mountain.
Oh, like in this section here?
No, it's in a snowier
it's
environment.
in a snowy. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
You'll have to forgive me. This is actually like my first experience with the game, so.
Oh no, I'm not surprised. It's a very uncommon game, I would say. Apparently, like at least where I grew up, basically I was the only person in my school that even knew about it. And I believe it only got about 5 million total sales, including all of the remasters, at least for the first game. The second and third game probably has a series have about 10 million total sales. I'm not exactly sure, but...
Oh, so there is a second and third game. Let's go.
Yeah, Alright, so that boss went fairly well. I got hit a couple times, but it's alright. Doesn't lose any time at all. Not much, at least. Right there, I got a second ground sim. I'm going to be going to the second hub. Going to be starting off with Snowers, which is not the... there's a lot of... Oh no. Really? I accidentally swam up too early there, but that's alright. I can just walk through here normally. This is actually one of my favorite parts of the game as a child, and one of the only parts like I remembered when I bought the game again years later, you know? So
you like memorized it?
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily just the, you know, as like a child memory, some memories stick with you from games and stuff. But...
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Chat, do you have any memories of games that stuck out to you, like moments?
So at the beginning of this level here, the woman we first talked to in the cutscene that skipped, she was supposed to babysit these kids. I believe she's actually a teacher. And basically they all got lost in a blizzard, and so it's up to us to find them. And so essentially the first I believe we literally get nothing but the kids for the first 8 collectibles. But after that, it turns into more of, I don't know. I am very tired.
Oh my gosh, you're fine. It is getting late on the East Coast.
Yeah, it's past midnight for me right now. I went to bed last night at about 9 p.m., so I'm pretty... I mean, I did take a nap early, but that didn't really help too much. Alright, so...
We appreciate you being here either way.
Yeah, thank you. And I do really, I haven't said it all, but I really do appreciate myself being here because I've been, like, watching GDQ events for even longer than I've been speedrunning this game, because I remember actually watching live the AGDQ 2014 stream when I was about 9 years old.
Oh, that's back in the day. Were you watching it with friends or family?
Mostly just me, and I believe it was my uncle who like showed me what Twitch was, and they just happened to be doing it at the time, and I think it was some Mario game. I can't remember exactly which one, either Sunshine or 64 being played, but I really liked Mario as a kid, so I was watching it.
Aw, that's so cool. So are you still close with your uncle?
Unfortunately, he passed away to cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
That is, thank you. He lived in Belgium, so I didn't really see him too often, so, like, I didn't...
Gotcha.
Yeah. He was a really nice person, though. I met him around when I was 15, and he had passed away about 2 years ago now, so...
Aw, rest in
the little
peace.
time I've known him, he was a really good guy, so I appreciate that. Thank you. So right back there, I missed a ground swim chance by coming out of that pond at a very specific angle called lawn swim, which he was, if he was not traveling the world right now, seeing the locations, I guess. I have no doubt he would be joining me in this commentary booth, but he really, like, we love giving him a hard time about that trick because it hasn't quite reached the point where we have to reset to it, but the world record does have it, I believe. So I think
it's like frustrating to kind of get it in a world record pace run.
Yeah. But there is, however, a setup that sort of exists for it that involves getting into a specific spot and, I guess, lining up. But that wastes about 5 seconds when originally if you just swim out like I tried to do, you only lose 7 seconds if you don't get it. So with the setup, if you're perfect with it, it saves only 2 seconds, so it's overall just not worth it to do. But the coin toss element is probably... better because eventually it probably will be solved exactly as to what happens with it. So coming up is a fairly difficult trick, I would say. It's called mill skip. So normally to get the thunder egg at the top of this mill, I would have to go through all of these wooden paths you see around the level and hit buttons at the end of them, and that would spawn these platforms. But instead, I can just jump in that corner, run on that fence, and do a little glide up there and grab the thunder egg.
Oh, let's go. Nice.
Yeah. Jumping right down onto that one. That's the second to last one. I'm going to go into these green mushrooms again to warp us to the beginning of the level. And we're back to the teacher and the kids, and that gets us our last thunder egg of the level. So this level here is a very interesting level because I will be going very fast on this bull. Usually you wouldn't be able to go this fast because the game just was never intended to go this fast, but there is, once again, probably a slight oversight in the game's recording, or in the game's coding, sorry, and essentially the 2 units of speed that your upwards and your, or I guess your vertical and horizontal movement gives you, use vector addition, it adds and gives you roughly a 40% speed increase. Which, at a point, this was in an official version of the game that you could do just by holding W and A or W and D. So that was the best version to use for a while until the ground swimming glitch was discovered, and in that version you couldn't as easily do this quicker movement. You had to use a separate controller entirely, either a second keyboard or a controller. But because it was an official, at least at one point, the community essentially allowed us to make a modified version of the game that just gives us that vectored movement without having to go through a second-hand program, which we were doing for a while, called Key to Joy. We would just have to find a key to just a second controller that the computer just virtually created, I suppose. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but all that matters now is we can just do it like we used to, how God intended.
Yeah, I guess so. Seems better now.
Yeah. Because the controller method was fairly uncomfortable if you had smaller hands, and with Key to Joy, it just had tendency to not work every now and then, so you'd have to go in and like recalibrate the buttons every now and then, at least for me, but...
Oh yeah, that sounds so annoying.
Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't that big of an issue, and the 40% speed increase only saves about a minute in the level overall, because the level's only about 2 minutes. So it's not that bad in a speedrun, but in the level it's like, oh my god, can we get moving, please?
Can we please? I understand.
Yeah. There's always that one part in every speed game where the runners are like, alright, yeah, can we find a way to skip this already?
Oh my gosh, I definitely feel you on that one.
Yeah. So right there, I just, one second actually. Okay, so right there I did probably the most precise ground swim in the entire game. I got a very precise angle with my scope, and then I had to hold my camera at a very level position where Ty wouldn't go too high to lose his ground swim or go too low to end up swimming in the water itself and just losing all his speed. But I got through that very smoothly. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you. Coming right up is the Dennis Thunder Egg, which is essentially just a escort mission. However, because of how slow he walks, we're just going to be overlaying other missions with it. But he is scared of the dark, so we're going to have to make sure we're lighting all of these torches on the way through, while avoiding all these roaches too. They're very annoying. So this game, because of it being on PC, you have multiple different settings and stuff you can edit in the game files. Or not in the game file, just in the settings screen, sorry. But because of that, you can have things loaded at longer distances than you should, or you could in other versions of the game, like in the modern consoles or old consoles. But in this run, we have our draw distance set to medium, which allows Dennis to slightly just be unloaded as we're getting far enough away from him, and we'll get close to him, and we can overlay Thunder Egg animations doing that, just to save a few handful of seconds. A lot of this game's route has been pretty set in stone for a good, I'd say, 3 years now since GateSkip was discovered. It's just been grab the first quickest Thunder Eggs you can to get the Frosty Rains, and then do GateSkip so you can beat the final boss. But we've gotten pretty much the same Thunder Eggs except for a small handful of them, swapping them out here and there. But
are people still like? Sorry, go ahead. I just wondered if people were still like actively trying to skip certain parts of the game, like any glitch bounties, basically.
No bounties at the moment, because I believe unless we get some like arbitrary code execution stuff going on, we are fairly solved. And there's going to be a few more probably small out of bounds glitches that'll probably result in like small level reroutes in the future. But in terms of major glitches, unless there's a new major update for the game that introduces a new one, I don't think there is. And honestly, I personally think the game is about perfect where it's at. You have all the categories you can choose to run. You can just zip right through the game. I'm going to have to focus here. 1 second. Mm-hmm. Double turkeys. The absolute worst Thunder Egg in the game. But as long as you just line up Ty properly, you can get it fairly simply. So this is a fairly new reroute, like I was talking about earlier. I'm doing the time attack Thunder Egg here. Oops, I gotta grab that ring now so I don't lose the timer. Gonna get an out of water ground swim here, out of that bridge. gonna grab these loops. Because of just how the time attacks are set up, I have to go through each and every one of these rings before I can go through the finish line, which that leads to some very interesting ground speed movement, especially in this level. Although, unfortunately, I already am losing a lot of time over going the alternate route, which, honestly, I probably would have lost about this much time just over RNG and gameplay anyway, so I'm glad I went this way. Because I should still be getting a roughly 1 minute, 20 second time attack, which, to make this faster, it needs to be a 1 minute 12 or better. The world record, I believe, right now is a 1 minute 2 second by Comma Crimson. At least in terms of the in-game leaderboards I checked earlier. So this is the last Thunder I get to run before the second boss and then the final boss gauntlet until the final boss.
Gotcha. This air swimming is like tripping me out, actually.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's I've gotten headaches just staring at it before.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so final, this is a pretty easy boss here. I just, the only downside to it is RNG, where how far away is over there, sorry. Because the shark jumped over there, I lost a bit of time, and the goal is essentially just to explode these gas tanks, and that'll drain its health bar. So coming up is, like I mentioned earlier, the gate skip to the final 3 levels of the game, essentially. Pretty difficult trick, I would say, but not really in terms of actual difficulty, just in terms of nerves after being this far into a run and it could go south at any moment.
Oh, yeah. Nerve-wracking.
Yeah. However, it's actually implemented into more categories now. It's been implemented into 100%, which I'm actually hoping to... I'm probably going to start running 100% again fairly soon.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Oh, whoops. I meant to grab the top of that gate there, but I'll just try again there. Oops. Despite how those look, those were not ground scams. I was a bit too far left both times I tried swimming there. Alright, there we go, I got it. Gonna jump over that. Oh, missed. If I jumped over that thing cleanly, I wouldn't have gotten that small little cutscene I had to skip, but it's alright. Only loses about maybe a third of a second, if that. So here's a very new, pretty difficult trick, I would say. I'm gonna line up in this one spot and try that and not get it, so I'm gonna go do the other strategy. You were about to say something?
Oh yeah, I was just ready to see what you were about to show off, but it looks like we're headed for alternative strats, so let's go.
Yeah, originally I would have just essentially, like I did there, just go through the top of the collision of the little hill and fall underneath the level. But because I missed it the first time, I decided to go for the much easier strategy, in my opinion, by jumping off the tree to do it. That new strategy would have saved only about 3 or 4 seconds if I just went straight for this one, so it is overall worth it, but since this hadn't been showed off in a GDQ run, I wanted to try it. This is another trick called Press Swim. I'm going to try to get it. I didn't, so we're going over this way. If I had gotten that, I would have swam out of the water and been able to ride the wall all the way to this little cutscene here, and straight to the, oh, I missed that. Oops. Okay. Alright. We're over there, that's what matters.
We got there.
That's the thing about this game. This game's camera is terrible, I must say.
Oh my gosh. It looks rough, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is best on keyboard and mouse by far. I cannot imagine. I have no idea how we as kids played this game on, like,
oh my god,
crusty PS2 controllers, you know?
It's a mystery, yeah. Very impressive either way.
Yeah. Yeah. But either way, this boss is essentially just an auto-scroller. I like to spend my time just killing all the enemies here so they don't attack me when I'm trying to time my boomerang throws. Speaking of that, because of how much I messed up earlier, I'm going to have to actually really pay attention here to actually when she screams. Usually, if I had gone through the beginning very smoothly, I would know based on just the soundtrack of the level when to throw my boomerangs. But because of that, I actually need to wait for her, or wait, yeah, Another thing I haven't mentioned up until this point, I'm playing on hardcore mode, which means I've essentially had one life throughout this whole run. But all that really means in a speedrun is just I don't get magnets at all for the opals. I just get like full pies so I can fully heal if I need to. Out of those baskets there that you may have seen throughout the run. I believe there was one early in the level.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But in other categories, you're in regular mode where they're randomized between magnets and stuff. It's a really difficult thing for 100%. So this is the final battle. This should only be about maybe a minute or so if things go well. Although I will say, at the very last second of the run, there is a chance I'll need to do like 30 seconds more of the run. So for
it's just RNG.
Whoever's not RNG, skill, but or not really skill, just if I mess it up or not. But
yeah, you let us know.
Yeah, once I say like stop is when, or time is when it'll be. Because I've accidentally stopped the timer early and then, you know.
Oh, and then been kicking yourself, yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, this wasn't a sub 30-minute run like I was hoping for, but based on how tired I am, I'm not too upset about it. It's still looking like a sub 31 if things go well. This whole trick here is called Doom Clip, where I just send this boomerang out of bounds. And time is in just a second here, maybe. And time. All right.
No, I mean, yes, it's time. GG.
I had my own live split open during that run, so I got a 30-35. Is that about what you guys got?
Yeah, let me check the... oh, yeah, that looks like correct. Thanks, Richard, for letting us know. Yeah, how are you feeling about the run? I mean, you're sick, but you turned it out. Good job.
Yeah, it could have went better, but I'm overall happy with how it went. I showed up all the tricks I wanted to. Let's see, I have shout-outs here. I got Kama Crimson. He is basically the GOAT of Thai. He, in my opinion, probably always will be. As long as that man's alive, he'll be close to the top of the leaderboards of Thai. Sir Lawrence NZ, he's another phenomenal runner. I wish he was here with the commentary booth with me. He makes, honestly, this game so much better. Probably one of my best friends in the Thai community. But,
Aww.
Who else? We got BuzzFeed. I mentioned him earlier. He discovered BuzzFeed Sim, which I showed off earlier. That's another one of those jokes where we poke fun at him whenever we mess it up because he discovered it and named it after him. Let's see, I believe, I don't know, do you guys have anything left? Because I'm running a blank here. I don't have anything else.
This is the end of the show, so if there's nothing else, I do want to tell our viewers that if you enjoyed the run, to please follow Carl Killer here on Twitch, and you can expect more Thai and probably some other games, I assume. Carl, what do you usually play?
I've recently offline been getting back into Super Mario 64 because I have somewhat unofficially sworn off Thai for a while, just
Fair.
because I was really burnt out of it, but recently I've been getting back into it, so I might be playing this. I have a few goals in Mario 64 I want to achieve. Yeah, I don't have anything else really. I'm
Awesome.
good.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Carl. And that is going to be a wrap on tonight's episode of Time Capsule. I've been your host, Smooth Operative. Thank you all so much for watching. I had a blast tonight. So if you are interested in submitting your own speedrun for the show, you can always use the command !Time Capsule right here in our Twitch chat, or come and find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/smootoperative, and we can talk about it. For more hotfix, you can check out the VODs on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And if you are watching this on YouTube from the future and you enjoyed the show, be sure to press the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you just missed out on our Hotfix shows tonight, fear not. Stay tuned for the replay of RNG and Time Capsule coming up right after the break. And you can tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for Do All the Things and Parallel Universe. Thanks again so much for watching, everybody. Have a beautiful day or night.